Good evening, everyone. This is the regular meeting of USD 453, July 14th, 2025. On the roll call, Ms. Murphy,
Here.
Mrs. Wells,
Here.
Mrs. Price,
Here.
Mrs. Overby,
Here.
Mrs. So I thought she could see it out there. Ms. Reed,
She's coming. Here she comes.
Mrs. Wilson,
Here.
and Mrs. Reed's on her way. We'll move on. Let's all stand up to the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
1-3, the district mission statement.
Thank you, President Carney. Just a reminder to speak clearly into the microphone for those listening at home. The mission of the Leavenworth Public Schools is to prepare every student for success in every classroom every day.
I commit to facilitating the wonders and to ask more questions.
I commit to not agreeing to push through ideas until they have gone through a discernment phase, earning a majority of support.
I commit to sharing my wonder with more clarity and share my discernment to provide thoughtful feedback.
I commit to working on my wonder without letting it overtake my focus.
I'll work on not discounting the importance of my enabling genius as being nice.
I commit to sharing ideas and achieving results for positive change.
I commit to being open-minded and attentive to the ideas of others for the good of the whole and staying focused on the task at hand. Okay. Let's have adoption of the agenda.
I'd like to make a motion that we add an additional executive session that only has the 7 of us board members and Isaac, our attorney.
Second.
Okay, we got a motion by Mrs. Murphy to amend the agenda for an executive session at the end of the meeting. And Mrs. Reed seconded. All in favor?
I will add it as item 10 after the executive session for non-elected personnel.
Item 10.
Thank
What was the
you.
vote again? I didn't see it. 6-7-0. Good.
Thank you.
Okay.
Ms. Murphy, how long do you want for that executive session to start with?
15. Thank you.
Okay, go to item 2, consideration of 25-26 commercial property, general liabilities, school leaders, and insurance renewal.
Thank you, Mr. Carney. This is up front intentionally because we do have a guest and want to let him get on his way. First, I will open. I just want to say thank you to Riley and Sons. It's been a great relationship with the board and certainly appreciate their customer service and how well that they have taken care of the district for, I believe it's been a couple decades now. With that, unfortunately, we were notified that Travelers, our current carrier, was going to decline to quote for services. That service that expires on July 19th here in just 5 days. So with that, Riley and Sons approached 12 different carriers. Unfortunately, 11 of them declined to quote. And so we did have back one carrier renewal with Riley and Sons. And then we also entertained KICS, which is the Kansas Educational Risk Management Pool. And subsequently, our recommendation is that you move forward with KICS, which actually represents a premium decrease from last fiscal year, as well as several limits that increase. And probably the biggest marked difference is a substantially lower deductible. I'm sorry. Tom McGuire from KICS is here for questions. I did not ask for a presentation, but he's certainly here to stand for any questions if you have any.
Anybody? Looks like Tom got off easy.
All right. For the motion, I move the board approve the KICS proposal, joinder agreement, appointment of designated representative, annual premium in the amount of $594,697.55.
Second.
I'm gonna step out of the room.
Okay. Mr. Carney is going to depart for conflict of interest. I'm sorry. Between the two.
I
of you?
seconded it.
All right, motion on the table by Price, second by Murphy. All of those in favor? 6-0, thank you. If you can let Mr. Carney know he can return.
Okay,
We're at item 3.
where were we? 3?
Item 3, consent agenda.
Oh, consent agenda. Have a motion?
I'd like to remove item 3.7, staff handbooks.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the consent agenda with that item removed.
Second.
We got a motion to approve the agenda with the amendment for the item 3.7?
Yes,
3.7.
3.7 becomes
3.7.
4.1.
All in favor?
Aye.
7-0. Okay.
All right, so it's 4.1 now. Beth, you good? 4.1 becomes staff handbooks for 25, 26.
Who's going to address this?
Mrs. Overby, ready?
Yes. What?
So it's
Sorry,
it's
I
now
didn't hear what you said.
it's now item 4.1. So,
Yes, 4.1.
So your issue?
Oh, we're already there. Okay, sorry. Yeah, I would like to, where's my phone? I got it here. I'd like to suggest an edit to the staff badges, which I think is, that would be page 14 on the certified, page 39 on the classified, where it talks about staff identification badges. I would like to add, when it talks about the badges shall be worn where the employee is on, when the employee is on duty, and shall be displayed between the hip and shoulder on the outer garment or on a lanyard. I want to add, personal lanyards are permissible, however, appropriate professional standards shall be exercised. Political slogans or statements, letters, pictures, or graphics which advertise or promote the use of tobacco, alcohol, sex, violence, or illegal substances is prohibited. The rest of the paragraph remains the same. So I would just propose that we add that.
Is that your motion?
That is my motion.
I'll
I'll
second.
make a motion, sorry.
Okay, I guess we got a motion to approve. What was the number again?
4.1.
4.1.
No, I mean in this handbook.
The 2 pages.
It'll be page 14 on the certified and page 39 on the classified.
To amend it is what you just discussed.
Yes, and that brings it in line with the personal appearance of students. It's more or less the same language. It just clarifies that a little bit because we had a complaint about staff lanyards last year, so I just thought we could clear that up.
It's the
Just make
same
that a little
one
clearer.
sentence edition, right?
One sentence edition.
And it
Yes.
essentially says, hey, if you're going to wear this on your outer person, it needs to be in alignment with what we believe is best for purposes of not promoting sex, drugs, violence, etc.
Correct. The same as what we're expecting of our students.
Okay, we have a motion.
So I make a motion that we add that sentence.
You second it.
Right.
Yeah, we already did that. We just got to vote now.
Okay.
All in favor of the motion? 6-1. Okay, moving on. Where are we at 5? Oh, the reorganization.
Yep.
I recall. Okay, it's, when I find the page, we'll get started. The reorganization of the Board of Education. So what we're going to do, on the floor, there'll be nominations for the president first and a second. And then we'll close the floor and then, leave the floor open for the vice president, second round. So the first vote will be for the president and we'll go from there.
I'd like to make a motion to nominate Karen Overby for president.
Second.
I'd like to nominate Judy Price for president.
Second.
Any discussion?
Anybody got any discussion? Start discussing. Okay, we're gonna vote on the first one for Mrs. Overby. All in favor?
Karen, you get to vote too.
4-0. Okay. And now for the vice president.
I'll make a motion for Judy Price as vice president.
I'll second.
The motion for Judy Price to be vice president, second by Mrs. Overby. Is that correct?
Correct.
All in favor? Okay, with 6-1, you didn't vote?
I voted no, correct.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, we move around here now, don't we?
See you later.
Do I get her seat?
Yes,
Okay, so what?
you get to switch seats.
You're not getting my cookie.
She's not the one you gotta watch out for. You're coming next to me.
Look at that. That's gonna have it done before you guys even move. Good work, Beth.
Hi, Karen, I'm gonna miss you. Oh, okay.
Oh, thank you.
Need your water too. Great.
I only got 2 hands.
Oh, the cookie should stay.
No, the cookie's gonna go between right away.
You're leaving your trash here?
Pardon me?
You're leaving your trash
I'll
here.
take care of that
Oh, my.
for you. You're the president. I'll take care of
Okay, well,
it. You don't have any trash cans. do you?
you don't know how to figure this out.
There's one over here.
Oh, there is?
Hiding.
Why are they the hands?
Want me to run
Madam
there?
President, you are ready for item 6.
Okay.
All right, yeah, you're gonna have to talk me through this a little.
Okay, so what we'll do is we'll read each item and then there's a motion at the end. So for item 6, we'll go through the nominate recommendations and then for those positions. And then at item 619, we'll entertain a motion to approve those appointments. Do you want me to read them? So basically it goes that for recommendation from the district is that for board clerk, the recommendation is Beth Maddox. For item 6.3 for treasurer, the recommendation is Demrin Montgomery. For item 6.4 truancy, the recommendation are principals and assistant principals. For item 6.5, the hearing officer for free and reduced meals, the recommendation is Beth Maddox. For item 6.6, child nutrition representative, the recommendation is Beth Maddox. 6.7, the Capers representatives, the recommendation is Beth Maddox, Darlene Klaus, and Demrin Montgomery. For item 6.8, the federal/state grant representatives, the recommendation is Ryan Bodensteiner, Beth Maddox, and Amy Sloan. For item 6.9, section 504 representative, the recommendation is Kathy Redelberger. For item 6.10, freedom of information officer, the recommendation is Jake Potter. For item 611, the name of depository for district funds is a long list of banks to include Bank Midwest, Commerce Bank, Exchange National Bank, Mutual Savings Association, Country Club Bank, Citizens Federal Savings, Armed Forces Bank, the Citizens National Bank, and State of Kansas Municipal Investment Pool. Item 6.12, selection of the official district newspaper. The recommendation is Leavenworth Times. Item 6.13, impact aid representative. The recommendation is Beth Maddox. Item 6.14, the coordinator of homeless children duties. His recommendation is Amy Sloan. For item 6.15, coordinator for federal anti-discrimination laws. The recommendation is Ryan Bodensteiner. Item 616, Transportation Supervisor, the recommendation is Beth Maddox. For item 617, for Health, Dental, and Vision Insurance Broker, it is recommended that IMA Corporation. For item 618, Property Liability Errors and Omissions Insurance Broker, the recommendation is not listed.
So it'd be KICS. Sorry.
Okay,
It
sorry.
would be KICS, the Kansas Educational Risk Management Pool. KICS.
All right. As stated by the superintendent. So that last item is 619, the motion to approve all appointments and designations. So I move the board approve all appointments and designations as presented for the transition and reorganization of the board for the 2025-2026 business year.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
661. 6-1. Motion passes.
I voted no.
All right, so same concept if you want on 7.
Right.
There's a separate item, and then at the very end, 11 creates, if you will, that comprehensive action that brings all of them into one.
Shall I read them?
Sure.
Okay. Once again, we'll read through each of the recommendations or the listings, and then we'll do a motion at the end. So item 7.2 is resolution 25/26-001, generally accepted accounting principles. Item 7.3, resolution 25/26-002 to rescind previous policy and adopt Board of Education manual for the 2025-2026 year. Resolution 25/26-003 and 25/26-004, approval of petty cash funds. 7.5 is resolution 25/26-005 to approve the Board of Education meeting dates and times for 2025-2026. Item 7.6, resolutions 25/26-006 through 25/26-012, approval to maintain activity funds. Item 7.7, resolution 25/26-013 to establish home rule. Item 7.8, approval of early payment of claims. Item 7.9, authorization of certificates for manual signature. Item 7.10, approval to publish notifications. That leads us to item 7.11, the motion to approve all organization procedures. And I move we adopt resolutions 25/26-001 through 25/26-013 and all other organizational procedures as presented.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
6-1. Motion passes. Okay. So we are on to item 8.
Okay. Madam President, I move we go into executive session for consultation with our attorney pursuant to the exception for matters which could be deemed privileged in the attorney-client relationship under the Kansas Open Meetings Act or COMA, and that we return to the open session in this room in 20 minutes or at 6:39.
Second.
Hold one. The board will invite Dr. Adams, Amy Jo Troyer, Beth Maddox, and Greg Goheen into the meeting.
All in favor?
Aye.
7-0.
Right. Excuse me.
Okay, so we're on
Item 9.
item 9.
Madam President, I move we go into executive session to discuss non-elected personnel pursuant to the exception under the Kansas Open Meetings Act or COMA in order to protect privacy interests of individuals to be discussed. And then we return to open session in this room at 6:55.
All in favor?
Hold
Oh,
on. The
sorry.
board will invite Dr.
Sorry.
Adams, Amy Sloan, Amy Jo Troyer, and Isaac Caverly into the meeting.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
7-0. All right, so we will return at
6:55.
So, where are we at?
We are item 9.2. Executive session action items. Madam President, I move that we accept the staff report as presented.
I'll second it. All in favor?
Aye.
6-1.
All right, the new item 10. Madam President, we move and go to, excuse me. Madam President, move we go into executive session for consultation with the attorney pursuant to the exception for matters which would be deemed privileged in the attorney-client relationship under the Kansas Open Meetings Act or COMA, and that we return to open session in this room at 7:22. The board will invite Isaac Caverly into the meeting.
Second.
All in favor? 7-0. Or anything?
No, no motion required.
Okay, so we would like to call for a special meeting within the next 2 weeks.
Check your calendar.
Pursuant to your calendar.
More guidance to come.
Not setting it.
No, you can look at your calendar and
Once you know
set
what we
it
want.
unless you want to.
Once you know the guidance, all the information we need, and then look at your calendar.
Okay, so we are on item 11.
Yes.
Okay. Review of revenue neutral tax rate. Item 11.
Good evening. So we need to tonight review the revenue neutral tax rate information. This is our annual requirement every year that we have to notify the Leavenworth County Clerk of estimated tax rate increase for the 25-26 budget. Information for the revenue neutral rate shows increases in estimated tax revenue, increase in property valuations, and we're optimizing our resources for the 25-26 budget. So as you can see, the funds that have a tax levy are general fund, supplemental general fund, capital outlay, and the bond and interest fund. Our total taxes levied, including the general fund for the 24-25 budget, was $14,269,570. And our proposed tax to be levied for 25-26 is $16,092,680. So again, we are plan to optimize resources for the 25-26 budget. The bottom chart there is our estimated state aid. And as we know, property valuations are increasing, student enrollment is decreasing. So the calculation for state aid is decreasing. So the supplemental general fund state aid in 24-25 was 54%. For 25-26, it's going to be 49.5%. Capital outlay state aid was 51%. It's going to be 42%. And bond and interest state aid was 50%, and it's going to be 41%.
Ms. Maddox, this is basically, we're going to publish this in the paper just to give information that this is the max
Correct.
possible. This is the ceiling, not the floor.
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
So this is the information that will go to the county.
Any questions, further discussion?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. And that is not, that's just information.
Yeah, I want to stress tonight is informational only. You will actually not take action until the regular September meeting. Beth, I'm looking for confirmation here,
Correct.
right? So we're going to do an update in August, action in September.
It's a budget review coming soon at the August board meeting.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, item 12.
Item 12 is also information only. If you will, first read on all of the KASB semi-annual updates. I will just emphasize that these typically represent those changes after the immediate legislative session, bringing us into concert with any statutory changes or otherwise. And as always, kindly request any of your feedback. Let's see. I show it's an 11 August regular. So if we can have questions, thoughts, whatever that need to be addressed by Friday, April 1st. Sorry, how about August? Yes. That'll allow me to then communicate those with board leadership by Wednesday the 6th. Sound good?
Okay,
Thank you.
all right, item 13, Nettie Hartnett Education Center.
Item 13 is also information only, and it represents the first of many statutorily required steps anytime you wish to close a school building. And so what you'll see here is the official publication that would be ran in the Leavenworth Times at least twice. And I believe we should have enough time between now and the August board meeting. So it'd be our intention to start the August regular meeting with that public hearing. And then that would represent obviously step 2. So step 1 is the public notice to go out at least twice in 2 consecutive weeks prior to the next meeting.
That's a separate hearing before the meeting, correct?
Yep. So what Beth and I have discussed is the hearing could take place at like 6 o'clock, and then the regular could take place at 6:05.
Any questions, discussion?
Real quick question. How much of the contents have we been able to remove? Have we gotten all of it out?
I would say we've not removed much of the contents. I'm looking for Dr. Rettelberger because one, we're waiting for the renovations at the IC to be completed. And then we want obviously the final clean to be completed. So Dr. Rettelberger, you want to speak to the contents?
Yeah, there's quite a bit of stuff that we will keep there until the board makes a decision about what they want to do and whatever the timeline is. We have a lot of physical therapy equipment that needs a storage place, some curriculum items that need storage place. And so once the board makes the decision about what will happen, then we'll make arrangements for the move of that.
It's some of the historical items.
That's up to the board, but
Okay.
yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, item 14, district goal setting.
Item 14 is discussion, possibly action. But the intent here tonight was to preview now that we're into the start of the fiscal year. Believe it or not, this is the start of my 3rd year. I will move to a once only required evaluation cycle. That evaluation cycle aligns with Kansas state statutes and is due by February 15th. The quandary, if you will, is whether or not that evaluation should extend past January 1, when potential new board members would take their seats, or if you wish to complete that cycle prior to with the existing board that you see here at the table tonight. I think there's probably pros and cons to each, but regardless, I think we should have a collective establishment of that process and that goal. That way we can create that cycle and timeline for you. The first step, if you will, is the annual goal setting meeting, which we've done previously. If you recall, I think it was the day of convocation last year, if I'm not mistaken. We met at the high school in the library. I thought that was fairly productive, and so open to that conversation, but probably likely is representative of a special session.
I think traditionally in years past, we, especially on election years, we've always done the evaluation prior to the current board leaving, so as not to put that onto a new potential board member that doesn't have any prior information about the workings of you and your abilities. So I would propose that we get all of this done in December before the new board comes on in January, if there are new board members. Well, there will definitely be one new board member.
And I agree, because I remember being a new board member and we had an eval that January. That was about 6 months before you came on being appointed. And that was like, oh my gosh, why are we doing this? I have no clue what's happened. So I agree. It should be done earlier than later.
So do we second and vote on that or?
Welcome any action if you want. I would not say it's required. It sounds like what I'm hearing is consensus that we would want to have it wrapped up by December at the latest. Anybody, I guess, against that idea?
Do we have consensus or do we need to make a motion?
I think we
So the
agree.
dates that you've provided here, these August, I mean, I'm fluctuating. I can be flexible on the August 29th instead of doing a special board meeting, unless you would like to do that special board meeting here. I mean, that's perfectly fine. I like this timeline. This makes sense to me.
Other thoughts?
So the 29th, as is written here, that would be a separate meeting, or are you looking to do it? That's the not later than date. So if we're looking at setting goals like we did last year at convocation is the 6th this year.
Mhm.
So would you rather do it at convocation?
I would welcome that, but I don't know what availability is for those with,
Do you not
With
have
work
other
commitments.
obligations later on in that day?
I would make sure that you were my only obligation.
Who's not available on the 6th of August?
As long as it's in the morning, I am available. I am not available that afternoon.
I will have my county commission meeting that morning.
What time do you typically end because convocation's that morning. What time do we start and finish convocation?
Yep. I would say right now we are slated for a 10 o'clock finish. I want to say that's a soft deadline. We are going to start at 8:30.
Okay.
There are times it runs past noon, but most of the time I would be able to make like an 11 probably.
Do you think that
So we want to go
August day would be an 11 o'clock day? Or could you?
11 o'clock or?
I could
we
let
go
them
into
know
the
I could leave
afternoon?
if
Sure.
that
I
works
mean,
for
honestly,
Daniel.
you haven't participated in one of his evaluations since you've been on the board, have you? So why is it important for you to be at his goal setting meeting?
It's not.
I believe the first one that I didn't participate in was my election, and I believe I discussed an executive session since there was interference in the election. That is an employee matter that we discussed in executive session.
So you would wish to be there if you're able to?
Yes.
Anybody else not available? Is everyone else
Date?
available?
It's
6
Wednesday.
August.
6 August. What if you did over the lunch
I'm
hour?
Vacationing then, sorry.
What if you did over the lunch hour? Sorry. That would not include you though, is that right?
I will not be available. on
Okay.
11.
Can you zoom in?
On the 6th.
6th.
I won't be available 6th.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, we have a quorum, so.
So you all figure it out for yourself. I won't be around all.
I'm not asking you to work around my schedule. Whatever is good for Danielle. I think the majority of you.
I was just curious.
Do we want to go with that 11 o'clock on the 6th? And you would not be there.
But the rest
Well,
of
When,
just-
when,
It'll be on Facebook probably by my son, but I'm going in for major surgery on the 23rd of July. And I probably won't be out of the hospital. I mean, I won't be functional really till mid to late August.
So would it be better to stay with the August
You-
29th
I mean,
that he's got on there?
I'll probably have my phone, but I don't know.
I don't think we should require that after that kind of surgery.
no.
Pardon me?
I said we should not require that at that kind of surgery.
Well, it's not going to be a requirement. I'm just telling you the facts. I'm not going to be available. I mean, I might be on the phone possibly, but I don't know. That's too far down the road, but I just would just rather say right now, I probably will not be available.
so do we want to keep it the 29th then?
29th
Or
is a
just figure
Friday.
he's,
I
don't
am out
have
of
it.
town on the 28th.
Issue with
School
that.
is started.
Dr. Adams, what about like a 5 o'clock start on the 11th?
Oh, prior to the special or prior to the regular?
Board meeting?
Yeah, so could you come in an hour earlier
yes.
on 11
Yep.
August? Okay. Only gives you 5 more days. I recognize that, Mr. Carney. We do wish you well on your surgery, by the way.
Do we know?
So 11 August at 5?
Yep. So you would have 3 board meetings that night. You would have a 5 o'clock work session. You would have a 6 o'clock hearing and a 6:05 regular meeting.
Sounds good.
It works.
Okay.
What?
That works. We've done that before.
What? Oh, okay. And then I'm of the opinion the rest of the timeline is flexible, of course. Probably the biggest one is just the end, having it done before we head to Christmas break, which aligns with having this board complete the evaluation. Sound good? Thank you.
Okay, so we are on item 15.
Yep, 15 is informational as well.
Conferences.
Also, I guess a request, if you will. So there are 3 organizations we are aware of that are supporting school boards. The first are 2 of which are here in Kansas. So the Kansas School Board Resource Center, they will hold their annual conference in Salina on October 16. KSB will hold their annual conference in Wichita, 14th through the 16th of November. And then NSBA, Friday, April 10th through Sunday, April 12th. Not saying these are the only 3, these are just the only 3 that we are in regular communication with. Our request is, if we can, to be able to realize some of those early discounts on hotels and registration. So if you can let Mrs. Maddox know if you're interested in attending one or any of those, it helps us get you registered, get your hotel rooms and so forth.
Any discussion or just?
I mean, in light of the budget, is there a budget set aside for board members to be able to do these kinds of trainings, or do we need to self-fund?
I would say we did not make any adjustments to the board level travel and or the board level hotels, the board level registration. At the district level, that amount remained unchanged for this fiscal year.
So we just need to let you know
Yep.
what we're interested in.
Yep. You did have some board level expenses last year, but we did not change that amount.
Okay. Any other discussion? Okay, so item 16, closing of the meeting. Yeah,
I am happy to read the
Okay.
dates, or there they are for you.
I can't do it. I want to read it. Okay, so upcoming dates, July 16th, we have admin return, July 29th, 30th, and 31st, new teacher academy, August 4th, 5th, building professional development, and a half teacher workday. Also on the 5th, same. August 6th is convocation with a half teacher workday, and followed by a benefits fair in the LHS gym from 11 to 3. And pre-K is back to school night on the 6th. August 7th, district professional development, teacher half day, teacher workday, back to school night for kindergarten, 4:30 to 5:30, 1st through 4th, 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock, 5th through 8th, 6 to 7. August 8th, new student orientation in the morning, and building professional development in the afternoon. August 11th, board meeting at 5 p.m. August 19th, open house at the high school from 6 to 7. And we go to adjournment. So board member comments?
Beth, did you need something?
Are we not there?
I have resolutions that you all need to sign
Oh, sorry.
before you leave.
Okay. Remember to sign the resolutions before we leave. Are we ready for adjournment?
You are ready for adjournment?
Comment?
Board member comments?
Those are not a part of the approved agenda.
Oh, okay. So no board member comments. So we're just adjourning. Is that correct? Okay. All right. So meeting adjourned at 7:40. What's that?
Because I can still come.